Hello bibliophiles, welcome you all to my channel. Today we will be discussing a thought-provoking and motivational filled book that is Top Visionaries by George Elion. So this book discusses about 10 visionaries who actually changed the world. This was the very first book which I have read in this year 2025. I am very happy that this book was positive and also a motivational kickstart to me for this year. So the 10 visionaries discussed in this book are Steve Jobs, Jack Ma, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Oprah Winfrey, Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, Warren Buffett, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Before we move ahead to discuss what is there in this book, I would like to highlight that this book is not like a biography of these people. Don't read this book in the form of a biographical perspective because this book is not something like that. You will get a gist of their life history, their birth, their educational background and their family background. This book is something like it will give you what kind of strategies they applied, what kind of businesses they handled, and what failures they encountered, and how they came out of this failure. So that is major thing covered in this book. As you can see, I have already marked a lot of things in this book. This book was actually full of knowledge and insights. I have noted down a lot of things from this book which I would be experimenting in my own career also. So the first visionary which we are going to see from the book is Steve Jobs. As you know that he is actually the person who's behind the massive technology that is the Apple Corporation. This book discusses about how the journey of Apple starts from the seed to the full grown tree which you are seeing right now. Steve Jobs is actually an adopted child. We'll not be going much into the history because you already know about the history or it is available everywhere. We'll discuss what is the main thing in this book. He followed a principle that is we can achieve every impossible thing. He had the belief of changing impossible to possible. This belief was actually both positive and also negative to him. It was positive because with this belief he achieved a lot of things. He made a tremendous change in the technology during those era where they thought that there is nothing more further to adapt or to invent. And the next thing is how it was negative because this impossible to possible kind of thinking many people did not had and they were not able to take such a risks. So this even led for his downfall from the Apple Corporation. He was actually terminated as a chairman for a brief period, but still he did not feel bad to start from the ground level. Though he was terminated from Apple, still he started certain businesses from the ground level, and then he later on slowly grown into very higher business ideas and also established those ideas. And later on there was a stage that he was even called back again by the Apple company itself because they felt that the visionary Steve Jobs had was completely beyond the period. He used to think the future, what is required in the future. He used to think ahead. He used to have such kind of a thinking. So that helped for the growth of Apple Corporation in those days. There are some of the points which I would like to highlight from Steve Jobs' chapter. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. So it is indeed very much important for you to love what you are actually doing it. Else it will be a very difficult journey for you. Know your own strengths and those of the people around you. So with that you will able to understand with whom you are discussing your ideas, what input, what advantage and what support you can get from these people matters a lot. Surround yourself with brilliance. Surround yourself with people who have positive thoughts and at least surround yourself with the people who don't have the criticism in their behavior, which because whenever you come up with some idea you will be pulled down because of these kind of criticisms. So surround yourself with people with brilliance or at least with the people with a positive mind. Stay hungry, stay foolish. This is a very important principle because the more you are hungry for knowledge, the more you will get information. And also stay foolish in the sense don't have an attitude that you know everything. Try to learn from everyone, though it is a very small kid. If it is a child, there are many things you have to learn from a child. They have a very good strong mindset. So don't underestimate anyone. Stay hungry for the knowledge and stay foolish. Get as much as of information you can get from every individual in this world. Don't be afraid to be a beginner again. I know there are many times you have worked hard and you have failed it and you have to start from zero. It's okay. It's okay to start from the beginning. It is not okay to drop, to terminate, but it is okay for you to start from the beginning. Look critically at yourself, know your mistakes, and work hard to fix them. See, the very first thing to attain success in your life is to understand what's wrong with you. Everyone has a mistake. Don't tell that you are not having any mistake. You have. Maybe you have not yet identified what's missing in you. Identify it, learn from the mistake, and do something to overcome that mistake. It can be a very simple thing like that you cannot get up early in the morning. So let that be your mistake. Try to change it. Go early at night. Get up early in the morning. So this is the way how you have to find mistakes and overcome it. You don't have to be the first, but you have to be the best. See, it is sometimes not possible for us to be first in every situations. First is something considered as one position. How many people can obtain that position? So it's not possible for everyone to occupy, right? So it's not matter whether you are first or last or whatever. It matters that whether you are best or not. So the second visionary which we are going to see in this book is Jack Ma. I specifically love this person a lot. If you want to know a true story that someone who has emerged from rags to riches is Jack Ma. He has failed a lot of times in lot of places. He has failed in the college entrance exam and he has to attempt twice, and he has gone to several jobs, very layman jobs like the delivery boy, etc. Even he has applied for KFC for a delivery person. He was actually rejected. So this was the failures which was actually met by Jack Ma. It was his visionary that helped him in bringing up to this position. When he reached to US for the first time, he used internet in a restaurant or a cafe, and he searched for some product, and when he saw that most of the consumers are from other countries, there were very few or nil consumers from China where he belongs. So he was like that, why our countries is not actually in these kind of businesses? That was his first question. So he obtained that disadvantage and he tried to come up with a corporation like Alibaba. So that has helped in transforming, I should say, China's economy or the business growth. He even called Alibaba as his 1001's mistake. See, every idea, even Edison, when he discovered bulb, he had undergone lots and lots of experiments, like 900 times he failed. At the 100th time he succeeded. When an interviewer asked him, what do you want to say about your failure? So he said, that's not my failure. That is the way I discovered that a bulb should not be manufactured. See, this is the way how you have to move ahead with your life. So if you see every step has some mistakes, you will not find anything that is completely perfect. So he feels that Alibaba is also one of the mistakes, but that mistake has led him to a positive journey. So that's where Alibaba's corporation journey is not so smooth. I would like to discuss some of the quotes being shared from Jack Ma's lesson. Focus on your ambition. There are many disturbances, hindrances are there. So you just focus on your ambition. Give 100% to it. You don't need prior connection to succeed. Some people think that they are not born with a silver spoon or gold spoon, whatever. It doesn't matter what connections you have, your parents have. If you really have your focus on an ambition, it will take you into that path. There is no need for any high profile connections for you. Connections comes on the way. You just have to focus on your ambition. So if you don't have any prior connections, don't worry that you will not be succeeding it. You only fail if you give up. So there are situations where you will be forced, pushed, trampled, whatever you just have been stuck to the ground, still you can come up in your life. The true failure happens only when you accept it. Till the day you are not accepting your failure, there are still chances for you to succeed in your life. Winners don't complain. See, if you want to be a winner, there will be a lot of hindrances in the path. Don't be like a crybaby. Just look the problem. Problems will be there. There is no path without problem. Problems will be there. Just look at the problem and then think from the solution perspective. Take calculated risks while you are young. So when you are young, have risks, but a calculated risk. Think what will happen when you do an investment, or think when you buy some expensive equipments. Think those risks calculated and appropriately take some decisions. Don't make enemies. Jack Ma is known to have a good healthy competition in his business area, but have a friendly competition with your enemies. The next visionary about whom we are going to discuss is Bill Gates. Bill Gates is born to an upper middle class family. His parents wanted him to become a lawyer, but thankfully Bill Gates has opted his path by entering into the technology area. Initially, his parents did not approve his decision, but later on, as they came to know how his products and his businesses is flourishing, then they tried to extend their helping hand. Gates is actually known for his fierce competition. He used to take his competition very seriously, and he had a thing like that he wants to crush his competitors. This actually was also like a positive and also negative. It is positive because Microsoft is actually a leading company in the world in the business area, but this fierce competition has also caused him a lot of problems. Like there are a lot of legal battles between Microsoft and Apple, and there were a situation that a very massive lawsuit has also happened among the relationship of the Apple and the Microsoft. He was actually considered as kind of a cruel person in the business area because of his taking competition very seriously. So the sum of points which I would like to discuss from his life chapter is: I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. I question it how long it will be. If the lazy person wants to complete the job as early as possible, then it is applicable. If the lazy person is like, no, I don't want to do anything at all, then I don't think so this is actually a good idea. If you can't make it good, at least make it look good. There are situations where sometimes we cannot make something good. It can be a product or an idea or an assignment. If you are a student, if you can't make it good, at least make that product to look good, because it will improve the visual brand of your product which you are planning. Life is not fair. Get used to it. This is a very 100% harsh reality mantra shared by Bill Gates. Life is not fair at all. If you have felt, example, if you are a student, you may say, no, my life is secured. See, when you come into the world, the real world, then you will know how the life is. Everyone's life is at stake. Everyone's life has problem. So life is actually not fair. Get used to it. Don't feel that the life is a bed of roses. It is a bed of thorns. So what you will do when there are thorns on the road? Will you step your leg on that? You will not. You will be very careful while walking. It is the same way. So life is unfair, but just get used to it and take decisions, take actions and behave accordingly. People always fear change. I know a lot of people who want something in their life. See, when you want something you don't have, you have to change something in your life, either your behavior or your habit. So you have to take that step. But I have seen many people in my life that they fear for change. Change happens. When there is a change, then only you can achieve something which you don't have right now. If you don't change, then you will be getting at what you are achieving right now. The same dal chawal you have to say. We all need people who will give us feedback. That's how we improve. I have seen a lot of leaders, so-called leaders, that if they get any feedback, or they actually ask you a feedback, but if you give a honest feedback, they take it as a criticism. See, these kind of so-called leaders will not be able to flourish. If you really accept feedback, though it is a positive or negative, then you can be a good and a honest leader. See, as I told you, everything is not in the good perspective. There is both positive and negative. You should be in a position to accept. You should be actually happy to have a person who gives you negative feedback, because what you have not seen has been seen by someone, and that person is in a position to share that negative feedback to you. So you have to be happy to accept that rather than criticize.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the